Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you the championship matchup of the DLC character tournament. It is that time. We finally made it here. Wow. I think I made this, I started this tournament back in, I want to say November, and we're here. We're at the championship. This is crazy. It's crazy. So, if you're new and you're wondering what this whole tournament is, I mean, I think by now, if you're on my channel, you kind of understand I've been doing quite a few of these tournaments. So it's basically a tournament where we vote in each day's matchup for who we'd like to see as a DLC character in Smash Ultimate. I do have a separate other tournament going on right now, but that's different. This one is has been going on a bit longer, and like I said, we reached the championship. So got to go over the results from last week, which was the loser bracket championship, meaning whoever won that gets to go to the overall championship. And, well, you see the title of the video. You see Shantae's opponent. Shantae won the entire winner's bracket, meaning she's in the Ultimate Championship. And whoever wins the loser bracket gets to face her in the, well, Ultimate Championship. And the winner of the match, the results we got to go over, was Tails taking on Bandana Waddle Dee. Sadly, Tails fans, that means, well, Tails lost. I'm sorry. But hey, he put up a tremendous fight. If anything, this tournament has taught anything. I mean, sure, I'm a small channel. I guess what I'm trying to say, if you've learned anything about Tails, there's a lot of support for him. Tails finished 3rd overall in this tournament, if you look at it. We're about to have the Ultimate Championship, so that's 1 and 2. Tails finished 3rd place. That, I mean, round of applause for Tails and all your fans. That is incredible right there. Tails, hey, you ended up only losing to Shantae and Bandana Waddle Dee. You lost to the #1 and #2 placed characters, depending on how the results are going to turn out for this match. But hey, Tails, congrats. You made it extremely far. You did very, very well. But that brings us to, well, like I said, the championship. Shantae against Bandana Waddle Dee. We are back. We are here. The rematch is about to happen. Now, I want to bring this up real quick because, like I said, I've done older tournaments, and I actually still had this. Surprised I didn't delete this. I think this is it. Check this out. So this is an older tournament, and you're like, okay, what is this? If you don't know and you're kind of new. So right here, where I'm kind of highlighting, Bandana Dee faced Shantae in my very first tournament I did. Bandana Dee faced Shantae in the winner's bracket championship, and that was the most voted on matchup in any tournament I've ever done. The most total amount of votes, most single votes for a character, is just tremendous support. Such a fun time. Shantae won that 248 votes to 181. So Shantae ended up winning that one and won this tournament, this older tournament. So that was pretty cool to see. So and then we came to this tournament, and what was it, the second round? 3rd round, we ended up getting the rematch, which is why today's the rematch. We got Shantae against Bandana Waddle Dee. Shantae won that 211 votes to 83, so Shantae showing some dominance there. But we're back. So Shantae's 2-0 against Bandana Waddle Dee, but hey, here's how this breaks down. So since this is the championship, and I'll jump into the matchup in just a second, but here's how this breaks down. If Bandana Waddle Dee wins this matchup, you know, for this upcoming week, if he gets more votes, we will have one additional match because Shantae has not lost. Again, these tournaments are double elimination. Character has to lose twice. So if Bandana Waddle Dee does pull out the win here, we will have another match next week between the same two, and then that one would decide all of it. But if Shantae wins this one, this matchup, and we find out the results next week, if Shantae wins this one, tournament is done and we have another champion. Well, we have the same champion in a different tournament, but this is going to be fun. So let me jump into it. So I don't know what to say about either of these characters. I've been doing this. I mean, I've been doing these sort of tournaments since last June. This is crazy. So I love doing these things. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in the other tournament. I uploaded a match for that earlier in the day. I'm not sure when that does end. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more. That's a ways off still. But anyway, for this tournament, Bandana Dee, Shantae talked about the characters so much through all these tournaments. I want both the characters. I'll be honest, and I think the best thing that's come from this tournament, or any of my tournaments, honestly, for me personally, I've got to learn about, you know, fan bases for certain characters like Shantae. I've always said this about Shantae. You know, back over during last summer, I always thought she was a joke character at first. You know, back in Smash Wii U, 3DS during the Smash ballot, I was always hearing her name connected to like Goku and Shrek. I'm like, oh, it's a joke character. But then I got to learn about the character, and then I got to, you know, appreciate the character that she is. Why am I talking about Shantae? I got to focus on Bandana Dee. I'll get to Shantae, I promise. But these two, I mean, they've been going back and forth. Shantae's got the upper hand so far, 2-0. But if Bandana Dee, okay, I just want to say it like this. I feel like if Bandana Dee wins this one and then happens to go on, you know, it would have to win today, obviously. But if Bandana Dee wins this matchup and then we go to next week and win that one, Bandana Dee slightly has the upper hand in the rivalry. This is a rivalry after all, because technically beat Shantae in the championship and then another championship. So I don't know. The score would be tied 2-2. You could view that however you want, but I mean, both these characters have movesets made for them already. They're both have strong Nintendo tie-ins. I mean, Bandana Dee's from the Kirby series. Kirby series definitely deserves fourth rep at this point. Bandana Dee's perfect to take that spot for a spear wielder. Very popular. People will buy the DLC, all that stuff. This is great. I mean, if anything, man, I'm excited for this matchup. I'm so happy that this actually turned out to be the Ultimate Championship for this tournament, because, like I said, for me, okay, I'm sorry, Bandana Dee. I love you. I do. You know what? Who cares who's on the screen? I'm just gonna talk about whatever. So, I love that this championship turned out for this tournament, because, like I said, I truly feel that this Bandana Dee versus Shantae has kind of become its own rivalry, somewhat to quite a few people. You know, when the matchups pop up and people vote, there's a lot of people saying Bandana Dee's going to get Shantae this time. No, Shantae's got Bandana Dee this time. No. And for that reason, I'm going to tell you my vote right now. I think I've only done this once. You voting, yes, you vote for either Bandana Waddle Dee or Shantae, or you can vote for both. I've only voted for both one time, strictly because I really hope that these two characters get in, because, like I said, this feels like a true rivalry now. I want both these characters. I'm voting for both. I know this is the championship and I should just decide one certain character. I want both of them, because this is this is a true rivalry to me. I want to have these two go at it in Smash Bros. As playable characters. I really do. And sure, maybe, you know, Fighter Pass 1 might be iffy. If they do Fighter Pass 2, you know, who knows? You know, I don't... You could jump through a lot of different, you know, ways to kind of talk about DLC, but I just hope, and, you know, kind of pray a bit that these two could make it in. I would love to see this happen. I mean, let's talk about Shantae for a second. So, like I said, Shantae and Bandana Dee both have movesets made. Shantae's got a pretty big fan base. If I remember, I'm not too, you know, well-versed in Shantae's kind of games and that kind of stuff, but if I remember, and I hope I do, I'm going to link maybe like a video or two from another YouTuber, Alpha Stoutland. He's done incredible stuff. You know, he did like a bunch of evidence kind of videos. You know, this is before Smash Ultimate release, but he kind of like evidence to show why Shantae was had a chance to be DLC, and he came up with so many awesome kind of theories, things that kind of tied in together, things that did make sense, and just the history about Shantae, which was incredibly helpful to somebody like me who's never played a Shantae game, that never really knew about her, but got to learn about the character and changed my mind about the character. Like I said at the beginning, I thought she was a joke character, but then, you know, people like Alpha helped me just flip my opinion, did a total 180 on him. Like, all right, I'm down. Shantae, I would love to see that. I mean, Shantae's, like I said, she's got a fan base. Moveset is easy. Popular people would buy her. Would be the first indie rep in Smash. And I think with the way, you know, gaming is headed, you know, indies are such a kind of a big part of gaming today. I think an indie rep does deserve a spot in Smash Bros. That would be so incredibly epic to see. She's a female, always room for more females on the roster. I mean, there's just, man, I don't know. What more can I say than other than I really do hope both these characters at some point get into Smash Bros. Love to play this. I mean, Way Forward Games, the people behind Shantae's games, practically kind of already done everything. They've been on like social media campaigning for. I don't know. They've just done so much to try to get Shantae into Smash. Partly, there's a part of me that thinks that that's kind of why Shantae at least got the spirit, because for a long time, and I still kind of think Shovel Knight might be a bit more kind of the face of the indie. So if indie were to get a rep, it'd be Shovel Knight, but he's kind of an assist trophy. If there's a potential for assist trophy upgrades, he's definitely in contention. But I don't know. Indie wise, Shantae's right up there with anybody that is. Well, indie characters. She's right up there with everybody. Has a legit chance, and I don't know. I probably lost my train of thought. I was gonna go somewhere. I was gonna go a different direction. I don't remember. I'm just excited. I'm very happy that this is the final matchup. So, like I said a bit earlier, my vote is for both. I don't usually do that. I think I've only done it one other time. So it's a special occasion. I know, again, like I said, it's a championship, and I should have my mindset focused on. I just want this one specific character. But in this case, this has turned out to be a rivalry. I've said that a few times now, but that's kind of what it's turned out to be. So for that reason right there, I want this. I want both these characters to be in Smash Bros. I do. I will buy them, even if I didn't already buy the fighter pass, which I did. If I was just buying individual fighter packs and I seen Bandana Dee and Shantae, I'd be like, yep, buy. Here's my money. Take it. All right, they're gonna fight. All right. Just it'd be such a great day to see that happen. So for my vote, I am voting both, but there's only one question left. Who are you going to vote for? In this rematch, does Shantae get the overall upper hand? Does she go up 3 over Bandana Waddle Dee? Or does Bandana Dee get a second, I guess technically a third, and then potentially a fourth chance? We'll see how the voting turns out. This should be good. I cannot wait. But I guess that is pretty much going to be it for this one. Again, this is the championship, the ultimate championship, the rematch. Who you got? Shantae or Bandana Waddle Dee? Or if you're like me and you would love to see this kind of like as a rivalry in Smash, you can vote for both. So that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I very much look forward to the voting for this one, especially because it's the championship. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll get the results of this next week, and I'll probably post like the overall like results, like each character, how many votes they had, and all that kind of stuff to kind of break it down a little bit more. So that is it for this one. I hope to see you guys soon, and I guess hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.